What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm back with a new video, this time once again, where we're talking about First Take, Stephen A. Smith, as well as Max Kellerman. In this specific video I've been dying to make, and I think right now, we have all the facts to make an accurate assessment of who's to blame for First Take falling apart. And the person I would blame is one Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, what happened? I didn't even think of that! Oh, damn it! I didn't even think of that!
And I'll preface this video by saying, I'm not the biggest Stephen A. Smith fan, I never have been, and I haven't watched First Take really consistently in the past 2 to 3 years. But with that being said, Stephen A. Smith easily is to blame for this First Take disaster. And my biggest problem with Stephen A. is that he flat out lied about not firing Max Kellerman. I mean, this dude was a snake in the grass getting his co-host fired, and really I think it was because he was jealous of Max Kellerman and was frustrated by Max having the better takes and just being more logical and sensible on a day-to-day topic. And why Max Kellerman frustrated Stephen A. Smith so bad is because usually Stephen A. has Kendrick Perkins, Marcus Spears, or Ryan Hollins who will spew absolute nonsense and terrible takes. And Stephen A. Smith, it's a pretty low bar to expose those guys, which he does fairly well. But once again, those guys are not the brightest NBA analysts, they're mainly hot take artists, so Stephen A., he can easily own them and get a quick viral moment. But with Max Kellerman, that's a different story, as once again Max, he brings facts, logic, as well as data to the debates. Stephen A. Smith, for the most part, is pretty bombastic and just yells at Max on every debate topic.
Defender, a top defender in the history of the NBA, and then they won 72 games.
Stop right there. Stop.
I think the depth of nuance really came with First Take, as well as Skip Bayless Undisputed. I mean, these shows are pure clickbait, trying to get headlines, money, viral moments, clicks, whatever you want to call it. These shows are the absolute worst, and Stephen A. Smith is a big time reason to blame for this, as once again, he rarely ever brings facts or logic or any common sense to the debates. He mainly just yells, screams, and makes funny faces, trying to get memes and go viral. And to his credit, he's definitely done that. He's gone viral a bunch of times. His memes are definitely funny to the average person. And at the end of the day, he does bring in viewers to First Take, as well as Twitter and Instagram. But the price he pays for those clicks isn't in money, it's in respect from the fans who actually watch the games. And I would say hardcore NBA fans or NFL fans who actually pay attention and study the game. I'm not saying I'm the smartest NBA fan, I know everything, nobody does. But I think on this channel most of the times, I bring facts, I bring data, I have common sense, and I always try to be consistent from video to video. And even looking past my channel on YouTube, you can find tons of great creators who do in-depth analysis, great videos on trades, free agent rumors, all-time rankings. And I think those videos and those creators are definitely better than Stephen A. Smith or a Max Kellerman. And from an overall fan perspective of those people, I have a lot more respect for their content than someone like Stephen A. Smith or even Max Kellerman. And once again, I'm not a fan of either of those guys. When it comes down to it, I'll defend Max any day when it comes to Stephen A. Smith. And let me know in the comments below, when did you stop watching First Take? Do you still watch it? And do you think Stephen A. is a snake for getting Max fired? And I would even go as far to call Stephen A. Smith a huge hypocrite on this topic, as once again, he backstabbed Max Kellerman, his co-host, for nearly 5 years. In basketball terms, let's just think about this. What would Stephen A. Smith say about LeBron James if back in 2011, he had Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh traded from the team? Stephen A. Smith, he would go nuclear with the takes, going all out, questioning LeBron's legacy, his overall mindset, and it would be non-stop coverage of how LeBron was a snake and he stabbed his teammates in the back. And even with Kevin Durant, Stephen A. was extremely hard on him for his move to Golden State. I really do wish there was a player in the NBA who would hold the media accountable. Specifically Stephen A. Smith, who in ESPN terms is their superstar and their #1 option. Who is calling out Stephen A. Smith? Who's holding him accountable? Because after getting Max fired, it looks like Stephen A. Smith has absolute control of First Take as well as ESPN. And like I said earlier in the video, I stopped watching First Take roughly 2 to 3 years ago. And why I did that is I felt their coverage at times was a little bit clickbaity in their topics. It kind of was the same topic every single day, and there was no nuance in their takes. And specifically with Stephen A. Smith at this point in time, I feel like he was in the Matrix, and in 2018, he became self-aware that he was a meme. And ever since then, he's been looking for viral moments, viral hits, looking for those clicks and those likes. And really when it comes down to it, this guy has no shame in his hot takes. I mean, speaking of the NBA, this guy from day to day would flip-flop constantly. Look at the Dallas vs. Clippers series. One day he said the Clippers were done, the next Dallas was done, then the Clippers were done, then Dallas was done, and the Clippers won Game 7. Even with the Suns and Lakers series, once again, he pulled 180s constantly. And nobody in the media called him out for those terrible flip-flopping takes. And to go full circle in this video, going back to Max Kellerman, I think Max was much better on the NBA side. His takes weren't always right, he had some really bad takes, but overall I felt like his takes when I saw them, they were more on point and more based in facts. Stephen A. Smith really, he overreacts to a lot of things, and he jumps the gun on nearly every big trade or every big rumor. And if you want to get real serious, this dude has like 3 solid takes that he goes to constantly. The one I always see is, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. This man is a bad man. He always said that constantly. Yes, we know Steph Curry is a great shooter, Stephen A. Smith. We don't need to hear it every time he has a good game. And the same thing with LeBron James. Anytime LeBron accomplishes something, Stephen A. Smith constantly brings up, this man, LeBron James, will never be Michael Jordan. He is 6-0 in the NBA Finals. Like, I know I make a lot of Jordan versus LeBron content, but I think the one thing that's different from Stephen A. Smith is I have variety in my content, and I don't say the same thing over and over again.
We're not going to bring up the 6 NBA Finals MVPs, never get to a Game 7 because never allowed it. We're not going to get into any of that because that's, I mean, we know Michael Jordan won 6 NBA Finals and never lost one.
Also, one of his go-to takes in the NFL is the Dallas Cowboys absolutely stink. And anytime they lose, he has some huge rant. Anytime they win, he acts shocked. I mean, it's absolutely clockwork for this dude, as well as First Take and ESPN. You know exactly what they're going to say. At this point, they're basically programmed and operating as AIs. So once again, in summary, Stephen A. Smith, over the past 3 to 5 years, he's really fallen off a cliff, and his overall streak of being loud and obnoxious, it's really worn a lot of people out, and First Take their ratings were on a pretty steady decline ever since 2017. So with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you think of Max Kellerman getting fired? What do you think of Stephen A. Smith being a snake, and his overall streak kind of getting old? As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.